Hey there, folks. A little impromptu going live session here due to the fact that there's a tornado warning issued for deep southwestern Ontario in Essex County. Oh, boy. The good thing I was still awake. Let's see here. Thank you, Brennan, for getting this ready. I'm going to jump over to Instant Weather Pro here. Let me just get my everything set up here. Sorry, it's a little chaotic. I think there we go. Okay, so let me just jump into Instant Weather Pro, and there we go. Should be able to see that the latest radar scan from that particular storm. As you can see, we've had rotation polygons on this for a while. Environment Canada eventually did a severe thunderstorm warning with the mention of a tornado risk, and then they upgraded to a tornado warning for this one. So right now, if you're in Renwick, Coatsworth, Windfall, these are areas northeast of Leamington. There's also another area of rotation, which looks like it may have weakened a bit, which is east of Essex. That area was looking quite interesting the past few frames. If we back it up here, this has been looking quite interesting for a while. It was looking pretty organized here. It had a hook on it. As we start to move to the east, it maintained its hook, and we started to see some sharper velocities, and that's where Environment Canada decided to issue a tornado warning for it. Still seeing some sharp velocities there. The strange thing is the environment, there's no violent tornado parameter right now. The supercell is weak, if not non-existent. We're hoping it's elevated higher up off the surface, but it is very possible that just based on supercells kind of creating their own environment, that this might have got it done. We did see a damage report. Sorry, not a damage report, but a power outage from this storm. So that might have also helped inspire the fact that there is a tornado warning here, because that would mean it's interaction with the surface. Looks like Environment Canada has dropped the tornado warning to the west, but they have issued it now for the Chatham-Kent areas. But it's really, the storm is right down here near Coatsworth and Port Alma. The issue is not for Chatham-Kent. Chatham-Kent is fine with this one right now. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah, if we look at the Cleveland radar, we can really see it. So if you're in Coatsworth, I'd be taking shelter in Renwick. Stevenson, Port Alma, those are the only areas really, depending on the direction of this. It is kind of moving to the northeast, so it could be Glenwood, Port Alma, Merlin, South Buxton, Sandison, Ouvry, whatever that is. Valletta, Ouvry, maybe? Is it Ouvry? Yeah, this is KT says, so can you tell us if there is a tornado? Well, if we get a report of a tornado, then we would know. Should I wake my parents in Dealtown, says Stephanie. Where is Dealtown? Let me find it here. I can search on Instant Weather Pro. Dealtown, Ontario. Let's see if that comes up, which it hopefully should. Chatham-Kent, Dealtown, Ontario. It just comes. Oh, I see. Yeah, I would think so. I would say probably. That storm is heading in that exact direction, so I would say it's worth doing that. Lots of Power says, let's see the virtual weather preview. I had it on the live stream earlier. We live streamed earlier this the afternoon and evening today, but I don't have time to put it up right now, so I just want to focus on the storm at the moment. Let's bring up the Exeter radar and see what it looks like from Canadian radar here. And yeah, you can really see that sharp gradient. So you don't see the classic red versus green, but we see some really high values here. 93 kilometers an hour, 90. And again, if we look at it from, we have a few different radars to look at it from. We can look at it from Detroit. And I mean, it's really together on Detroit radar. And again, it's got that hook. You can see that hook right here. And so, yeah, I would be definitely taking shelter if you are in Renwick, Coatsworth, Port Alma, Port Crewe, Crewe, Glenwood, Stevenson. These are all areas that are south of Chatham-Kent. Chatham-Kent is fine right now. I don't think this storm is necessarily a concern for Chatham-Kent. It's moving to the northeast, but it's not necessarily going directly up to Chatham-Kent at the moment. I'd say Chatham-Kent is fine right now, but I wouldn't be looking away. I wouldn't be like, we're going back to bed in Chatham-Kent. I'd probably keep an eye on what's going on here. I would think that would make the most sense at the moment. And yeah, it's definitely an organized couplet. and it's definitely got the right type of shape to it. We're hoping that it's not surface-based, but if it is, that could be a problem. What's going on over here? Aha, there's another little meso over here near West Elgin. Okay, that's outside of the tornado warning. That looked a little worse. It looks not so bad from Exeter, but from there is a couplet on it right here from Cleveland. Cleveland likes this storm a lot. That's a new polygon. I'm going to send a polygon on that one right now. We have another area rotation. It's a pretty wild situation. Let me go in the background here, and I need to notify that storm as well, too, because that's looking pretty interesting. Let me jump over to my email. 1 second here, get my login code for our system. And there we go. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to jump into the map and highlight that particular storm as well, too, because that one near, what did I say it was near? Port Elgin? West Elgin. If you're in West Elgin, there's rotation there as well, too. Ferndale, West Elgin area. There's a couple of cells here that are interesting. South of Newbury. Yeah, West Elgin. I would probably be getting pretty close to taking shelter in West Elgin with that rotation. Assuming, let's just make the assumption that these have the potential to reach the surface. If they do, then this could be a problem here heading up to Dutton Dunwich. And so let me just see exactly which cell that is. Okay, I'll go back to here and let me make sure I get this one properly. And that was heading up to Dutton Dunwich here, and it is, let me just make sure, west, was it West Lorne? West Elgin. West Lorne, yeah, exactly. Okay, so West Lorne area, that was the cell. So let's see here. Okay, let me make this polygon here for the West Lorne area up towards Dutton Dunwich. And let me just make a polygon here. Let me make sure exactly which direction it's going. Looks like it is going to the northeast. Yeah, it might be heading up to St. Thomas eventually. Let me just update that one right here in the background. I'm going to say minor rotation on that one. Detected minor rotation on the storm near West Lorne, Lorne. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Second here. West Lorne. Tracking to the northeast, and the time here is 12:48 a.m. and now it is Thursday, June 5th. Okay, and that is about to be 12:49 a.m. Okay, let me make sure. I'm going to notify 600 people that are probably sleeping. Hopefully they're not sleeping, but that's the storm I'd be paying attention to right now. Notify and send. Okay, let me just update some stuff in the background so I can send out these notifications faster. Oh boy, folks. That's been pretty interesting. I hope everybody's staying safe. Hopefully they're not on the ground. That would be optimal. But if they are, at least we know about them, and we can get the notifications out, get the word out about these right now. So if I'm going to notify right now, it's AM, and it's Thursday, June 5th. I'm just updating my macros so I can type those a lot faster. Okay, it looks good to me. Okay, we'll jump back to, let's take a look. Oh, we did get a radar frame for these. Let's go take a look from Exeter. And let's see on Instant Weather Pro here what's going on with the West Elgin storm. Doesn't look as bad from Exeter. It's definitely, that's why I went minor. But from the distance, it's looking, and this one is really cooking here, though. This Port Alma one. Now we're seeing wind gusts from Exeter at 103 kilometers an hour. That's not a good thing. This is the one that's actually under the tornado warning from Environment Canada. Let's go take a look at Detroit, see if it's got a good look at it. So the Chatsworth area is still the problem. Yeah, it's still a very organized mesocyclone. You can really see the sharp green versus the red. Red being going away from the radar and green coming back towards the radar. And so that's how you can see that the winds are going this way and then this way. They're cycling around right here. So yeah, if you are in Port Alma If you are, hopefully it heads out over the water. That would be optimal. But it looks like it's towing the line. It looks like it's going to go right into Merlin, Glenwood, Port Alma, Merlin, Ouvry. Probably said that wrong. Sanderson, Erie Beach, Dealtown. I remember we had someone ask about their waking up their parents in Dealtown. I would go ahead and say, yeah, they might be grumpy because you're giving them a call, but it's probably worth a call. I don't like the look of this as well too over here near Kingsville. This is really kind of coming together now as well. Multiple areas of rotation at 1 in the morning. And is this another meso trying to... They've just been basically... The storms have been moving over this little part of Lake Erie, and they've been just spinning. Yeah, so we have another area of rotation coming in from Michigan, about to cross the international border, which is this gray line here, and heading up towards, again, the same areas. So another couplet heading that way. We have Kingsville's really starting to kick it up a notch now. I would not be surprised if Environment Canada put out another tornado warning for the areas to the west now, because if you're in Kingsville, if you're in Olinda, Albuna, Albuna, Blythewood, Mount Carmel, Leamington as well. Let's see here. Which way is it going? It might miss Leamington to the north. On a similar path as the last one, you can see the storm arrow going that way on Instant Weather Pro here. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just going through. Taylor says, does this mean there could be 4 different tornadoes? If they're on the ground, maybe. If. Hold on a second here. Is there some people I need to kick off YouTube here? 1 second. I think we need some moderation. I don't know if you're doing that, Brennan, in the background. Let me know. But even Brennan's awake. Brennan and I are Nighthawks, so we are definitely paying attention when things are happening late. Brennan actually texted me. I wasn't watching radar of all times, and Brennan texted me. I think it was actually Dalton who texted.
DMs we got.
Yeah, it was Dalton, right?
Yeah. There's a few other DMs too. I was like, there's a lot of people messaging us about rotation. Maybe there's something going on.
Yeah. And I remember the one time Brennan messaged me about rotation long time ago. And I was like, what are you? And this is like before he was even with Instant Weather. And I'm like, are you sure? And then I checked. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, it's still, I mean, the environment here,
I don't know what's going on with it. It's weird.
I know. If I just based it on parameters like the supercell index, the VTP index, the tilting and stretching, if I based it all on that, I would say that these are not on the ground. But if I don't base it on that, I base it on the fact that we're looking at 4 mesos right now, maybe actually 5. There's a little weak one over here. No, that's nothing. Okay, that looked like something. But this West Elgin one, let's go take a look at it again from Cleveland. Cleveland kind of has a good perspective here because the radar is right over the water, so it kind of has a nice wide open view. It's not blocked by any buildings or anything like that. So I'll take a look at that as soon as it loads. I don't know why Velocity's not loading. There we go. By the way, if you have Instant Weather Pro, just a little workaround. Sometimes if you click the radar and it doesn't load, just click it off and click it on again, and then it loads. So yeah, look at this from Cleveland. What is going on here? 97, I saw 97.2 kilometers an hour. You can see right at the very top right of the screen. I don't like the look of that one. I mean, that might be elevated because it's pretty.
What day it is currently?
The 5th of June.
What day?
Oh, are you saying Tornado Thursdays? Did we ever have? Did we ever? Did we actually ever say Tornado? I thought we said Tornado Tuesday. We said Tornado Thursday at some point.
Yeah, and that was the one that confirmed.
Oh, that's right, because it was Friday morning. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look at this from Exeter. 97.92. Oh, yeah, that was the 3 a.m. one, right? The Woodstock one? Yeah. Oh, boy. So this is still looking pretty potent. And what's going on with this West Elgin one? Look at the hook on this thing. This West Lorne one, I mean, it doesn't look that strong from Exeter, but, I mean, it surely has a hook on it. That is pretty clear. Let's go to tilt 2 and see. Yeah, see, tilt 2 gets a little more interesting. Tilt 3. So there's upper level support. Tilt 4 actually has a straight up meso, but To go back to tilt 1, it looks kind of boring there. So it looks stronger from Cleveland than it does from Exeter, and Exeter's closer. So we'll stick with the minor rotation on the West Elgin, Dutton Dunwich for right now. Minor rotation on that one, but I'd probably keep an eye on it because this has been a really weird season. You know, and we were talking about it on the previous live stream today where the 2 EF1s that touched down in Alberta, I mean, the environment was kind of strong. Like, what Environment Canada did not mention a tornado risk. I don't think we even mentioned a tornado risk in our forecast. We just said, hail and damaging winds, and then 2 EF1 tornadoes with like not the greatest signatures. It's been a strange season, but these things happen. But again, we still have a little bit of a couplet there. We've got this storm going through Kingsville, which I don't like the look of here as well. We've got this pretty strong rotation that's under a tornado warning right now from Environment Canada. Like, if we read the details, it'll definitely mention these areas, I'm pretty sure. Severe thunderstorm is possibly producing a tornado. Damaging winds, large hail, and locally intense rainfall are also possible. It is near Port Alma, moving northeast at 40 kilometers an hour. Toonie-sized hail, 90-kilometer wind gusts, and a tornado is also possible. Locations impacted include Port Alma, Merlin, and Dealtown. This is a dangerous and potentially life-threatening situation. Take cover immediately if life-threatening or threatening weather approaches. Tornadoes at night cannot be seen and may strike suddenly. That's right. That's a very specific nighttime. They have a nighttime tornado warning because that was like the cookie cutter stuff, but it actually mentioned the nighttime stuff. So I guess they do have a nighttime one. Yeah, so there's that. Thanks for joining us. There's 3,856 people joining us on the live stream, so thanks everyone for joining us. Brian, are you going through the comments to make sure that all the spam is gone? Because I think people are spamming us. But Mark Davis says,
sure Melissa's around.
Oh, okay, she was on it. Okay, yeah, she'd be on it for sure. So. Mark Davis with a super chat, thank you, says, recommended you to my mom in Windsor, was concerned about her, keep her up to date. Thank you so much, appreciate it. We'll do our best. There was actually a few super chats. Sleep Better came in with a super chat. Thank you so much. I'll try to sleep better. Not tonight. Shane Burke said, will London be okay? I think London's fine. I think London's all right at this point in time. I don't see any issue up that way, but we'll definitely be watching here. Let's see here. But yeah, it was definitely Dalton. What's Dalton's last? Dalton, we probably got to bring you into the team because you've been messaging me about damage reports and rotation for a long time. You've been all over it. Okay. You know what the weird thing is, Brennan? We just got a super chat that I'm not going to highlight. And so who would send us a super chat? Who would literally send us money to tell us something fake? This person says, tornado touchdown in Windsor right now. I have video. There's no storm in Windsor. So this is obviously a garbage report. Unless it's a land spout, I'll go check the index first.
Describing the whole social media ecosystem, basically.
But why send us money to give us a fake report?
To say fake stuff?
That is the weirdest thing. That is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Is literally someone spent their hard-earned money to send us a fake report. Like, I have to ban this person. Sorry, Halloween Haunt Man, you're gone. You know what? Hold on. I'll give them a fair chance. Halloween Haunt Man, if you can send me. I mean, there is precipitation in Windsor, but there's nothing going on in Windsor. Unless there's some magical land spout right now in Windsor. All right, if you can send us a video in the next 10 minutes to help@instantweather.ca, I will not ban you, but I'm pretty much going to ban you. But I can't believe you literally sent us a super chat to send us a fake report. That is the weirdest thing that has probably ever happened on this live stream. Ah, boy. Lizzo says, LaSalle is in immediate danger. Please take cover. It's currently being ran through. No, are you a spam account too? You look like a brand new account. I'm definitely removing this person. Because LaSalle is fine right now. Let's see. Let me just double check. LaSalle, nothing's going on in LaSalle at the moment. Not a thing. There's a little tiny rainstorm. The rotation is all south of LaSalle, all south of Windsor. That is so weird. That is the weirdest thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to ban Lizzo. What is with people? Honestly. Some people's children. You know what I mean? Some people's children. Okay. Here's a reasonable account that we like. Ontario's Most Haunted, come with a super chat. You've been awesome over the years. Two of my uncles live in Exeter. My other lived in Harrow. What's the track looking like so we can give them a heads up? Yeah, Harrow is the problem here. It's definitely not Exeter. There is another storm coming in from Estral Beach. It's kind of the problem at this point in time. But yeah, so there's a little bit of rotation coming in on that one. Maybe towards Harrow again. Looks like that's kind of the direction it's going. It's this storm right here, and it's heading. Looks like it's heading. Yeah, it's heading actually a little bit more to the northeast. Might actually head towards Amherstburg, and Essex, Essex, the town itself. So we'll see. But Harrow might be in the path of that one. But Exeter's fine. There's no issue with Exeter at the moment. All right, Cleveland's looking a little bit weaker on the Port Alma cell for rotation, which is good. Machine learning has gone down to 1% tornado risk on that one. The Kingsville one is still interesting to me, and I still want to keep an eye on, yeah, the Dutton-Dunwich one. I mean, there's still 93.6 kilometer an hour gusts up in there on that cell, but that's from a radar from quite a distance. So if I look at Exeter, the Canadian radar, it's still looking pretty weak for Dutton-Dunwich. We're still waiting on a new radar frame with that one. Still have that clear rotation hook, but we're still looking relatively weak for that. Mainly what we wanted to do is come on and I figured there's going to be a lot of concern for areas, like Windsor's going to be concerned, Chatham-Kent's going to be concerned, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, we just mainly wanted to come in and make sure that folks there knew. I DM'd you the video on Instagram. Which account, Halloween? I'll check right now. So, Brendan, here goes the thing where I have to delete an app to download Instagram. I'm glad I finally ordered a new phone. I finally have to bite the bullet. I just can't I can't deal with deleting apps to install other apps.
I was having that issue, and my phone is 1 terabyte.
Your phone's a terabyte? You gotta put some stuff in the cloud, dude.
Yeah, that was the issue. Lord. I was being lazy, and I was having a bunch of files saved onto my phone.
That's the thing, so that's what I did. So I had all these audio files, so I went and put them in my iCloud so that they would be, I deleted them off the voice memo app. I put them in the iCloud so that they're there. I still have them, but I shared them to the iCloud, right? So I did that for a whole bunch of huge audio recordings I had. I took a whole bunch of, I got rid of a whole bunch of screenshots that I had, because I just take screenshots of everything, right? And you just leave them on your phone. So I went through and did all of that. I did so much of it. David, come in with a super chat. Thanks for watching out for folks tonight. You're very welcome, David. It's our pleasure. So I did all of that. I got it to a reasonable point, and then I tried to put some apps back on, and it's just your phone's full. Your phone's full. I'm like, what else can I do? There's nothing else I had to get a new phone. I'm just going to 256. You have a terabyte phone? That is ridiculous. I don't even want to know what that thing costs. That is ridiculous. A terabyte phone. I probably need that. No, you know what? I don't need that, because if I have the terabyte phone, I'm going to get so lazy that I'm going to fill it up, and I'm going to be in the same problem as you. And then what are you going to do? You can't go up from terabyte. Happens. You can't go up from terabyte.
And you should see my iCloud storage bill. It's horrific.
Oh, yeah. No, because I got the whole family on there, and I even got the grandparents on there. We got the 6 terabyte one. I want to switch. There's one called sync.com, which is a Canadian one. I kind of want to switch to that, because it's there was a few different storm spotters talking about that one. It's a Canadian company, and they're half the price of Apple for that. So I might switch to that. We're not affiliated or sponsored by them or anything like that. I just heard it was cool, so I might switch to sync. We'll see. Let's see here. Jose says, should I stay up in LaSalle? Maybe for a bit. Here, look at this. Look at this garbage. Look at this. Hold on. Unable to install Instagram because you don't have memory there. Okay, bye-bye, YouTube. You need to go for a bit. Thankfully, it's really easy to log back into YouTube when you download it. That part's easy. Oh boy. Anyways, long story short, I would still be taking shelter if you're east of Port Alma. So Port Crew, Ouvry. Again, I haven't even looked in the comments to see if I'm posting it. Here's Dalton. See this guy, Dalton Loveday. Awesome guy. He's been messaging me for years about rotation, about damage reports. Dalton, you rock, buddy. He was the one who spammed our page. He spammed me, and Brennan, you got to add him to your friends list. And yeah, I think we need to bring Dalton in. He's just been on the ball for so many events. He rocks. Where are you located again, Dalton? Let's see here. How about Chatham, says Harley. Yeah, I think Chatham is relatively fine right now. The really strong storms are south of Chatham. So I'm still downloading Instagram. Okay, you can do it anytime. It's just a spinning wheel of nothingness. Anyways, sorry, just going through. Matea says shelter in Windsor. No, Windsor's fine. Windsor's fine right now. Is Wheatley okay? My parents are at Campers Cove, Wheatley. I can double check. Where is Wheatley? A lot of places. Oh, I see Wheatley right now. The storm to the west, I'm a little bit concerned with for Wheatley. The one near Blytheswood, but it looks like it might miss Wheatley to the north. It's gonna be close. That one's gonna be kind of close. I would tell them to definitely pay close attention. But yeah, so if you see Wheatley down here, and then you see this is some of the rotation up near Staples that I'm a bit concerned with. It is kind of the south side of that storm is getting awful close to Wheatley. Is it moving east? Let's see here. It is actually stretching east. So yeah, Wheatley might be a concern with that storm. The rotation is not super duper strong, but it's still worth keeping an eye on. Let's go look at it from Detroit radar. Yeah, it's a little more organized near Oakland and Staples. But the southern side of that storm is just clipping the north side of Leamington right now, and it's starting to push a little bit more to the east. So Wheatley may be in its path. Oh, boy. Devin says, definitely worry wart, especially being ready to have this baby anytime now. Congratulations, by the way. Jose says, please send shout-outs to Leanne. She's the GOAT. Awesome. Oh, Dalton is in Chatham, Kent. Okay. You'd be our second member in Chatham, Kent. Or third, actually. Danny says, Beachville, Woodstock for this evening. Nothing at the moment, and not a huge concern. But, sorry, I'm just scrolling through the comments. They're going so fast. Oh, my goodness. I was almost caught up, and now I'm just, like, way behind. 99% of you are saying, what about my exact area? And I can't get to everybody. So I'll just basically tell you where the strongest areas are, and if I'm not mentioning you, usually a pretty good sign. It's not a guarantee; it's just a pretty good sign. And again, we don't even know if these are reaching the surface or not. The Dutton Dunwich storm still looks quite interesting, but definitely weaker than some of the other ones. We have you under minor rotation, but this one still looks quite Dealtown. Dealtown looks problematic at the moment. I mean, I really don't like the look of that rotation. Those are some pretty high values. We go from 74 on one side of it to 96 on the other side of it. So the VROT there is pretty strong. Let me go to tilt 2. Yeah, Ouvry, the Ouvry area and Dealtown right now look. If there is a tornado on the ground in Ontario right now, I'm gonna say it'd be right there. That it looks very potent, still under a tornado warning. If you're in Erie Beach, I'd be getting to shelter. In Dealtown, Erie Beach, Cedar Springs, I don't know how to pronounce this, but is it Erieu? Erieau, Rondeau Provincial Park, Shrewsbury, Raglan, Rondeau. It's towing the line. I don't know if it's so close to the. It might actually be a water spout at that point. It's so close to the water. Towing the line. Like, let me turn off radar for a sec so we can see. Let me make sure my mosaic is off. Okay, it is off. Okay, with mosaic off, let's see how close that is to the water. I mean, it's right on the water, right? So it's hard to tell, but that could be a tornado at the surface. If there's a tornado in Ontario, it'd be right here. This is your reflectivity. It's got a little bit of a hook shape to it. As I swipe over pixel by pixel, you can see a really strong rotation couplet right there. So if you're in Ouvry, Dealtown, I really hope that's not on the ground, but that is, yeah. So we're just looking through the comments of the. Oh, I pronounced everything properly except for Rondo. Did I pronounce it wrong? Rondo. Yeah, I don't like the look of that. Rondo. Oh, okay. So I said it right that time. Okay. Rondo. Yeah, I don't like the look of this. Steel Town. I'd be definitely taking shelter with that one. And even for just the hail, but that couplet is pretty darn organized. So is this is still interesting as well too over by Oakland. But by far the strongest that we're seeing here. Let's go to let's see what it looks like from Detroit. Still rotation from Detroit. It doesn't look as strong as it did a few frames ago. Over here it looked really strong. As it moves to the east, and there's still rotation there though. Yeah, I still don't like the look of that. Still a little bit of rotation east of Staples, but not as strong as it once was. Back here near Kingsville, it was really, I mean, this is definitely a rotating mesocyclone right here. But as it's moved to the east, starting to weaken a bit. We hope these are all going to just weaken. That would be great. And we still see that a little bit of that storm coming in from the west. Let's see what that's doing. That's heading towards Amherst Point, Lakewood Beach, Malden Center, the Meadows, Harrow, areas kind of south of Amherstburg. And that's got a little bit of something going on with it. Yeah, there's a little bit of something here near Sunset Beach, Willow Beach, Malden Center. It doesn't look super duper strong, but it's definitely a weak little couplet there. Is that more storms coming in from the west? Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what's happening with Dutton Dunwich. Oh yeah, you know what I did want to do is take a look at Cleveland. See how Cleveland's handling this. Cleveland does not look as bad for the Dealtown area. Doesn't look as bad as... Okay, here's the Dutton Dunwich one. Could be some pretty strong winds in the Dutton Dunwich storm, but... Yeah, from Exeter, this one is really jumping out. Excuse me. Excuse me. Becca Peterson said, sent you a Facebook message. Becca, can you let us know what it's all about? Oh, I finally downloaded Instagram. Okay, let me go see this report. All right, so they sent us a private message on Instagram. I don't see it. Okay, so to the guy who sent us a super chat and said you sent us a report on Instagram, to which Instagram page? Did you send it to Instant Weather, or did you send it to our other Instagram page? Because I think we have two. Ontario's Most Haunted said, Adam, you're yawning. What would happen if you grabbed a coffee at this hour? I would wake up with extreme heartburn in the middle of the night. That's what would happen. Let's see here. Oh boy, a lot of super chats came in. I didn't even see. Scott CA says, have you ever looked into the connections between solar activity and the weather on Earth? Yeah, we actually have a PhD of astronomy on our team. So it's interesting. There's not a whole lot of connection there, but there's something. And there's a little bit. Everything kind of plays into it, right? So Seth Manka says the Uvery cell looks to have a CC drop. Thank you for that. I'll take a look at it. And that was at 1:10. That was 5 minutes ago. Seth, which radar are you talking about? Mark says, my mom in Harrow is watching you now. She got alerts, and I sent her your way. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Leslie R. said, Blenheim. I believe we're keeping a close eye on it. It's kind of heading in that direction, so we'll watch. It might be south of you, but... and I don't know if I missed... Yeah, I don't know if I missed. Yeah, for Scott CA, we also cover like if there's going to be a solar storm and stuff like that. We're definitely all over that. But thank you so much to all those who sent in super chats. Halloween Haunt Man, can you let me know where you sent that video? I prefer if you just emailed it to us, help@instantweather.ca. That would be the easiest for us to see. If you could do that, that'd be great. Oh, boy. Who had this on their bingo card? I knew we were going to get some storms overnight, but I didn't know they were going to be that interesting. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Still want to see what Seth Manka was talking about as far as a CC drop is concerned. It's quite the hook on that storm. Over Dealtown, moving east towards Erie Beach, kind of towards Blenheim, maybe South Blenheim, Shrewsbury mainly. Erie Beach, Shrewsbury, Erio would be kind of the main concerns with that one. I would think. Oh, an apps crash. That's great. Yeah, a little bit of a CC drop potentially. Potentially. Let's see here. Stephanie said, "Do you think it's safe to move out of my basement in Essex and go to bed?" LOL. Let's see. I don't like the fact that there's still storms coming in from the west. They look pretty boring. I would say not yet because there's this one right here. We don't know if it's going to kick it up a notch. So I'm going to go with no. My answer is no. Chatham said they want to go to bed. Everybody wants me to put them to bed. It's typically what happens at the end of a stream. Wow, this kind of kicked it up a notch a little bit. Yeah, this is still going pretty good. It's definitely still going here. That's Detroit radar. Yeah, this is still surprisingly going. Cedar Springs, Erie Beach, Shrewsbury, Raglan, kind of up towards southern Blenheim. I mean, it's kind of heading that way. Southeastern Blenheim. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. Somebody just mentioned Blenheim. 1 second here. Cindy said, still okay in Harrow. Yeah, the problem is that Heaven is asking about Dresden. Let me see here. Dresden's fine right now. Yeah, Dresden's okay. You're on the north side of that. These are county-based tornado warnings, so you can see the storms are down here, and everybody up here is wondering if like they're going to be hit by these storms. Now, talking about Essex and Harrow area, yeah, I don't like the look of that. It's kind of the next one in line of rotating storms coming from the west. 1, 2, 3 mesocyclones, and then there was this one as well too, which may have weakened. Let's go take a look at Cleveland again. See the latest Cleveland frame. The Iona station storm. Still quite interesting. Let's see what it looks like from Exeter. It's got a little hook on it, but it really kind of looks boring on velocity. Velocity being wind data. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. I was like, what is this weird polygon? And then I realized it was Brennan's west polygon. Brennan, did you really notify? Oh, no. When I said Southwestern Ontario, I did not mean...
Because that's what I had saved as Southwestern Ontario in my thing.
I know. I thought you were going to draw one real quick. We have to wake up folks in Manitoulin Island.
I will get it done quickly.
Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Sorry for the folks in Owen Sound who got woken up by our notification. Sorry to the folks in Manitoulin Island and northeastern Ontario. who got woken up by our notification about extreme deep southwestern Ontario. But Brendan had a good point.
I
He wanted to get
can't
it out fast.
imagine
So
people would sleep with our notifications on because there's like
some,
some
I think some do.
random like frost advisory that gets issued at 3 a.m. is gonna wake
Did you just
someone
get?
up.
I just heard a ding. Did you just get that frost advisory right now?
No, that was Patricia.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I still don't like the look of this. Erie Beach, Shrewsbury, Erio, Rondo, Provincial Park. I still don't like the look of that cell. If there's anything tornadic happening right now, it would be that one. Depends if it continues to weaken. I could see Environment Canada dropping the tornado warning, but that's up to them. It's definitely weakened compared to where it was. London has a storm at the moment. Looks like interesting. What's going on right here? Right near Tempo and Littlewood. Is that just noise? It must be. For it to move a frame like that and not be anything. Keeping an eye on that. London's got some heavy precipitation. There could be a little bit of isolated flooding with areas that are just going to see kind of constant storms. Oh, boy. Chrissy says, is it hitting Amherstburg? We want to go to bed. Yes. No, you're all going to stay up. That's right. You're going to stay up and hang out with me and Brennan all night. We're going to have let's get our storm jammies together and we're just going to hang out all night long. All night long. All night. All night long. All night. Yeah, so I don't know. What's that horrible sound you... Oh, boy. What was that, Brennan? I don't even want to know.
The video.
The video from Instagram?
I don't know where it came from. Oh, they emailed it to us.
Okay, so I'm going to look at it.
Chat.
All right, let's see.
I'm like, what am I looking at? It's too late.
I'm looking at it. But wait, why was it a screen recording is what I want to know. It's a screen recording of a Facebook video. I don't know if that was legit. I don't think so. That looks like somebody recording a video. There's 11 comments on it. Okay, if that's a Facebook video that somebody recorded, can somebody email him back? Him or her, I don't know if it's him or her, but can somebody email them back and say, what's the link? Send us the link to that video, because clearly it's a screen recording of a Facebook video. It's clear as day. I'll show everybody on the screen. It's a screen recording of a Facebook video. You can see at the bottom it says comments, and then they stopped recording. So, yeah, can ask them to send the link. James is who sent it. Yeah, so James, can you send us the link to that Facebook video, please? That you screen recorded to send us the supposed Windsor tornado that we never saw on radar. Again, this is the gentleman that sent us a super chat for $2.79 and said they had video of a tornado going through Windsor when we did not see anything on radar that hinted at a tornado going through Windsor. Oh, boy. Jennifer says, bye, Adam and Brennan. Bye. Joseph says, wind is picking up a lot in Shrewsbury. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Linda says, Orangeville getting a tornado. I don't think so. We don't even know if any of these have touched down. All we know, Ethan says, probably false information. That's what we're thinking. But I mean, like, literally send us money to send us a fake report? Like, what is happening? This is one of the weirdest things that's ever happened. We've received a handful of fake reports over the last, 12 years we've done this, but, but that one is, that one's gotta be.
Send us a fake report, send us money too.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to send us a super chat, but that's not going to change the fact that we're not like, what did they think that we're going to be like, oh, you sent us a super chat, so we're going to believe your report for sure. Like that is
maybe because it stands out more.
Yeah, maybe because it stands out more instead of just being, because when someone sends a super chat, it like in our live streaming software, it gets like highlighted, right? See, Low Ride Caddy says, we did receive a tornado warning in Windsor. Yeah, but it wasn't for Windsor. So if you read the details of the tornado warning, it was all basically like the Leamington area. It was not
It
for
also
Windsor.
didn't last that long. They ended it
Yeah,
like within like 2 or 3 minutes. It was issued. It was really
yeah,
quick.
it was really quick because it moved just to the east, so it moves more towards the Coatsworth area, and then headed towards Port Alma and everything as well too. So that storm is still going right now. We're still watching the storm. Machine learning only has a 1% tornado risk on it. The storm in question is touching Chatham-Kent, but Chatham-Kent is not the problem right now. It would be down near Blenheim right now. Blenheim, Shrewsbury, we heard it's getting quite windy down there. 72, 73 kilometers an hour on radar at the moment from the Cleveland radar. The Exeter radar looks weaker as well. I think if there is rotation there, it should be weakening. Again, we still have this little pocket of weak broad rotation down southeast of Amherstburg, or south of Amherstburg, on that storm that is tracking to the east. It's the one I'm going to keep an eye on because they've kind of been tracking in from the east for a while and they kind of keep kicking it up a notch here, but we'll keep an eye on that just to make sure what's going on with those particular storms. The one over London just looks like heavy rain. Could be some lightning in there. Nothing too exciting at the moment. Lots of noise on that radar. Let's go take a look at Buffalo. Buffalo looks kind of boring. Looks like there could be a little bit of hail heading towards St. Thomas. But there's no alerts from Environment Canada on any of these storms except for the one under tornado warning right now, which is the Blenheim, Raglan, Guilds, Rondo, Erie Beach storm, which was the strongest rotation. That was the one that caused the tornado warning to be issued.
It looks like they've replaced it with a severe thunderstorm warning just now.
Do you see this, Brennan? Are you on hashtag OnStorm on Twitter? Do you see this random person named T says small tornado touching down in Merlin, Ontario?
Let me see if I can find it.
And it says small tornado touching down, and it looks like a monster tornado from like Texas or something. What is with people? Can you just stop it? Just send in legit reports, please, people. Not the garbage. Can you just... I want to see the comments on this. It's going to be brutal. It said, this is from 2015.
I'm checking out their Twitter account, and it's a trip. Let me just say.
Yeah, this person said they automatically reversed Google searched it and said, this is clearly... from 2015 of a monster tornado. What's wrong with people? And then they said, just saw a cow get launched 150 yards. Okay, honestly, people, please. I know it's late, but honestly. All right, a lot of folks are asking if they can go back to bed. Maybe. It depends on where you are. And this is where more comments come in. Basically, if you're not east of Blenheim at the moment, it's been downgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning has been downgraded. Everybody take a big sigh of relief. Yeah, I say that now. Brennan?
You changed it, didn't you?
Yeah, that rotation to the west is now kicking it up a notch. Okay. So if you are east of Amherstburg, if you are near Gesto, Edgars, New Canaan, northwest of Essex, we have a new... Yeah, look at that. It really kicked it up a notch. Okay. All right. New rotation couplet. So can you go to bed yet? And so there's still 3 rotation couplets. It's just the new one is the most potent of the 3. It is definitely organized. It's in one of our polygons, Brennan, but I'm going to create a new polygon because there's probably folks that think that, after the storm passed, it's done. Oh boy. All right, let me just refresh here. Okay, I'm gonna create a new polygon. Oh boy. Which way is it going? Is it just going basically northeast? Yeah. Heading right towards Essex at the moment. Heading towards Cottam, Essex. Oh boy. Okay. Let me just make sure I've got that polygon proper. Okay, I made this polygon way too. Okay, I'm heading up towards Essex and maybe up towards Bell River. Folks in Lakeshore probably okay with this one, but this might head up towards Bell River. It's kind of heading to the northeast. Definitely heading up from the McGregor area. Where's McGregor here? Yeah, from basically McGregor heading up to the northeast. All right, new polygon. 1,717 people in the path of that one. I'm going to go rotation detected. We've detected a new rotation on this storm near McGregor. What was it? Hold on. McGregor. Tracking to the northeast towards Essex, etc. I'll say the town of Essex, so people aren't confused. 1:32 a.m. Thursday, June 5th. It is. All right, new area rotation, and I'm sending that polygon out now. Brennan, but tornado warning has ended for now. Yeah, we'll see what Environment Canada wants to do with this one. That's up to them. I'll show you our polygon. I'm going to go get rid of the other polygons at the moment. Let me go to... Okay, rotation continues. Oh, I guess I can't because there's still rotation going. So let's see which ones. We don't have one on the Blenheim one at the moment. We don't have our own polygon on it. There is a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It doesn't look that amazing, which is good. Let's see what Cleveland wants to do with it. Still a little bit of something. Still worth the severe thunderstorm warning, but it looks mostly like wind. The rotation has weakened to some extent. Machine learning is down to a 0.1% risk on it. Still a little bit of rotation on the Valletta storm heading towards Merlin, just a bit. The one that's really sticking out. Not from Cleveland. It doesn't look that bad from Cleveland, but if you look at it from Detroit, which is the closer radar, that is most certainly a rotation couplet on this particular storm right here. You can really see that. The red versus the green. The red being the winds moving away from radar, and the green being the winds moving back towards radar. Let's go take a look at Tilt 2, a little bit higher up in the storm. Let's see if it's supported. Tilt 2 doesn't look that bad at all. It's very low level, so it's very much closer to the surface on this particular one. Let's see if anything happening from the Canadian radar on that one. No, it's too far from it. Too far. The Dutton-Dunwich storm has now moved out of our polygon and heading towards St. Thomas at the moment, but not looking too potent. Those storms are not under a warning advisory, watch, statement, anything. Probably because they're not that potent at the moment. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us late at night there, folks. Appreciate it. Nightburn is asking about NOAA radio stuff. Maybe. Yeah, it might be good to have some sort of like emergency bypass stuff for tornado warnings. That'd be probably a reasonable idea. Still a 1% tornado risk on the Blenheim storm from machine learning. Let's see what our Essex County cell is doing. Oh, that's better. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong tilt. Oh, boy. No, that's still going. Look at that. That's still going rock solid. I mean, clear rotation. Next frame. Clear rotation. Heading right into the town of Essex. I would probably be taking shelter in the town of Essex if I were you with that one. Again, we don't know if any of these have touched down. Have we been looking at the any power outages on these at all? Is there anything going on? I know there was
Double
earlier.
check,
Yeah,
but
you might
Dr.
want.
Sills has been saying that he thinks they might be elevated.
Oh, okay. I'm just reading this
These
right now.
storms
Big
can't
outflow
be
boundary over Lake
surface-based.
Erie. Synoptic boundaries along the south shore of Erie. These storms can't be surface-based. Getting dumped on in London. Lots of thunder. I think flash flooding more likely than a tornado at this point. Well, that's good news. Dr. Sills thinks that these storms must be elevated. So that's good news. We're still going to watch them. We're still going to, if we see classic rotation, we're still going to let you know, even if there is a chance for them to be elevated. There's been times before where, we thought storms were elevated and there ends up being a tornado confirmation. And there's been times before where we thought they're surface based and they end up being elevated. So yeah, there's a lot that goes in to these events. But Dr. Sills knows his stuff. So I would say that's probably pretty good news. He thinks they are elevated. Elevated meaning further up off the surface, not interacting with the surface. That would be optimal, that none of these actually touch down. Just because you have big rotation in the sky doesn't mean they actually will touch the surface. You need that final step to actually put them on the ground. There's another little couplet over here. Another couplet in Michigan, heading to the east. Yeah, a little Michigan couplet over here near Fairfield, Michigan. Heading our way. A night full of couplets. Oh, boy. Oh, Holly said, did Dr. Sills ever get back to you on that correlation coefficient anomaly? I don't know if I might not have followed up with that. Uh-oh. I know you emailed us about it, too. I don't know if I don't know if I followed up with that.
Having an ADHD moment right now.
I might have had an ADHD moment. I have to ask him. We'll have to go back. Dalton says he's going to go take a peek towards Deal Town tomorrow morning to see if there's any damage. Oh, can you? Oh boy, can you email us again about that CC anomaly? And if you can remind me on the date of it too, because we got all the historical data, so we can go back and look at it. But that one was wild. That looked like a CC drop. Brendan, you might want to. I'd scrap the for now. Tornado warning has ended. I would just say that, even though we do have some rotation. Maybe minor rotation continues. Tornado warning has ended. Minor rotation continues. I think that's probably the term, I would think, at this point. Looks like this storm is finally, it's been towing the line. My goodness. Looks like it's finally going to head out over the water near Rondeau, Eatonville. It's the nice thing about the lakes sometimes. You got really bad storms and then they just sneak out over the water and it's like, whew, good thing. It's been a night, folks. We had just a low risk of storms earlier today, and we had a severe thunderstorm warning there, so that was interesting. And now we've got multiple areas of rotation this evening. I don't think we have that on our bingo card. Let's see here. Mr. D Training Game says, I hope that goes for the water. Me as well. And thank you so much for being a channel subscriber. Appreciate that. Tim says, just leave the banner off. Why? We like our banner. Tornado warning has ended. Minor rotation continues. I think that's a good banner. That makes sense to me. Tim said, yeah, that small banner is much better. Thomas says that tornado looks like it might hit Dresden. There is currently no tornado that we know of. We do see some rotation. Matthew's talking about Brantford, and I think Brantford's fine. You're fine right now. Ellie says, I think Essex should still be watching. I would think so, too. I mean, I would think so, too. And we still have... Oh, here's a new update. No, it's the same. The same velocity scan. But the storm itself is... So the velocity scan hasn't come in yet, but the reflectivity has, and it's moving right into Essex. So we'll wait for that next velocity scan here. And we still see rotation on it. It should be elevated. Should be. I vividly remember the other night that there was a tornado at 3 a.m. in Woodstock. And during that tornado, I remember vividly saying, I went back and looked at it, and I said, we were live for that tornado, right? And I went back and looked at it. And while the tornado was happening, I'm like, this doesn't look great, and it should be elevated, but crazier things have happened. So there is still a chance. It's unlikely, but there's still a chance, but unlikely. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's unlikely that this is touching down, but there's still a chance. And so I say that to cover my butt. Because if you go back and look at the Woodstock tornado that happened at 3 a.m, clearly that was the right thing to say. I didn't want to go back and be like, if I was in the video going, there is zero chance that this is touching down, that would have been bad. But at least I was like, stranger things have happened, because they have. Allison Baldwin coming in with a super chat. Thank you so very much, and thank you for being a YouTube member. We appreciate it. We appreciate that. Amy Smith says, is Dealtown good for the night? That's a good question. I would say I think so, assuming that this one heading towards Essex is still going to keep the same path and not turn to the right. If it does turn to the right, then it could get interesting again for you. But if it stays on the same path, it looks like it's going more to the north. So maybe. Skanks, I'm talking about the rotation from Michigan. Yeah, there's still that rotation over here by Fairfield. A little weak rotation to the west, coming into the east. We continue to watch it. Will they ever stop? Cleveland's starting to pick up on this a little bit, too. From a distance. From a distance. London storm, just a lot of heavy, heavy rain. I'm going to get rid of this Dutton Dunwich polygon, because that storm kind of moved off to the east and looks like a lot weaker. Oh boy, still severe thunderstorm warning. Excuse me. Samantha says, should we get our storm chips? I mean, I don't think we should be eating this late, should we? It's probably not a good idea. You're supposed to what I've been trying to do lately is the don't eat after dinner. It is hard because I want to snack after dinner. I even had there was a Haagen-Dazs ice cream in the freezer, and I looked at it and I said, no, not today. I'm going to put it back down. And I said, I'm not eating that Haagen-Dazs. I'm going to just drink some water. You know what happens at night? If you so hungry at night, you know my favorite thing to do is I just drink water. It fills me up. I feel great. Water is obviously good for you. If you want to snack at night, drink some water. Chug a bunch of water. You'll feel great, and you'll have less of the I need to stuff something into my face hole and put it into my stomach late night thing, right? Yeah. Let's keep the food out of the face holes. Steph says, I also stopped eating in the evenings. I mean, it's like the best thing you can do. It's called intermittent fasting, right? It's actually a pretty darn good thing. Okay, let's see if we have a latest velocity on this one. No, we still have that old velocity signature. Let me double check.
The warnings actually ended.
Okay. The warnings have ended from Environment Canada. Maybe put in your scrolly bar there. Maybe all warnings have ended. So we're caching these now. So I think it seems to take a little bit longer for them to go away. I'll talk to Dev about that because I'd like them to go away really fast. By the way, remember after the live stream, the severe thunderstorm warning, I was looking at a different app. I'm not going to name which one, Brennan, but I know you know which one it is. It stayed on there for like another 2 hours. Oh, boy. So ours stays on for like an extra minute or two, and then it goes away. But okay, I got to get rid of the Dutton Dunwich one. I'm going to get rid of that. That minor rotation detected. The West Lorne one, I'm getting rid of that polygon. Could probably get rid of these ones to the south for now. Get rid of your original one from 11:55 p.m. Let's see here. Oh, we get a new update? Maybe. Okay. We have a new update from Detroit for Essex with the previous, it looks like the previous velocity. It's a little bit more broad, which is good. Broad is good. Alternator says, drink some water and pee for the rest of the night. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to drink a ton of water right before you go to bed, but I'm saying like at night, like after dinner, you're like, I have to eat some chips or I have to like have a snack. I'm like, know what? I'm just going to drink some water and then I forget about it. That's fine. All right. I think we should start sending some people to bed, but there's still some rotation there near Essex. No. It's on tilt 2 as well too, so it is a bit supported. These are probably elevated. I would take the word of Dr. Sills pretty strongly. He says that these storms must be elevated. Must, I think was the word he said. I mean, again, stranger things have happened. We look back to the Woodstock tornado at 3 in the morning that we had earlier this season. Is that, Brennan, is that the only, is the Woodstock tornado the only tornado confirmed in Ontario this year? It has been a slow grind. Michael coming in with a super chat. Oh, yeah. Michael coming in with a super chat. In Essex, just moderate rain, nothing crazy. Perfect. See, there we go. We have a report from Essex saying that this is just rain, nothing crazy. That is good. That is good. Snake Hunt says July and August are the prime time for tornadoes in Ontario. Yeah. June, July. August is hit and miss. Sometimes August is really quiet, but sometimes August can be bananas. Deseret says, with sending people to bed, does that mean you think the rest of Ontario should be okay for later on? I think so. Allison Baldwin says, please let me know why I'm not getting your alerts when I pay for subscription. I did not receive any text message. Allison, can you clarify where that's from? Where are you located exactly? Because you might not have been where the notifications, but maybe you are. I'm not sure. And if that's the case, actually, Allison, can you email Teresa email her at help@instantweather.ca. If you're paying for our text message alerts, like to your cell phone number, email her help@instantweather.ca. And in the body of the email, can you put your phone number? And then she can look into your account and see if anything's strange with it. And if not, she can maybe kind of delete it and create a new one. And that sometimes can fix the rare situation of someone not getting a text message. But also it may have been depending on where you're actually located. Brady says EF0 just outside of Chatham in May was confirmed, but I think that was a downburst. I don't think that was a tornado. Brennan,
That was a downburst.
Yeah, the one just outside of Chatham. Oh, that's right. I remember that one too. Yeah, that was quite a bit of damage, but that was a downburst. Yeah, so it was an EF0, but it wasn't a tornado. It was a downburst. Mallory says same thing. There was an EF0 near Chatham. downburst, not tornado. To clarify, they're both equally. Something can do EF0 damage and it's a tornado. Something can do EF0 damage and it's a downburst. They're both equally as dangerous. In fact, downbursts are usually larger. Like a tornado can be like in some cases, tornado can be like a 50-meter path, 50 meter wide. Whereas a downburst can be, a kilometer wide. It can be quite a bit bigger. So I would definitely say that just because it's a downburst doesn't mean it's still not a significant event. Kevin says, was at 1,000 views, now 976. Crazy. If we add YouTube plus our Twitch plus our Facebook account, it shows us on the screen the total number, and we're still at 1,950 people on the live stream, which is wild. Just hanging out with us. We're all just hanging out at 2 a.m. Whoa. Joseph says that EF0 hit my house, threw my basketball net into my truck, moved it like 30 feet, and dented my truck bed. Dented my truck bad. Oh my goodness. That's brutal. Sorry to hear that, Joseph. Icy says, can Wallsburg head to bed now, Adam? We tired. It's like 2 a.m. I mean, see, Britt's hanging out from Owen Sound, and she's not even anywhere close to these storms. So there's that. Think about Britt. She's hanging out. My only concern right now is Essex, but we had a report from Essex that said it was just rain. So I think we're pretty good. I think we're getting to that point. We're pretty good, except for this rotation in Michigan that's still tracking to the east. We'll continue to watch that. It looks pretty weak, but there's a little couplet there still. Still some heavy rain moving east of London. Nothing too exciting there. Why are these polygons taking so long to go away? I swear I deleted them. Okay, I want to delete this one now. Okay, I got rid of that one. That one went. The blue one went. Okay, there we go. I got to get rid of this Leamington one. 1 second here. Okay, I'll get rid of that one. So this one will go away as well. Oh boy. Miss Harley Quinn says the last really bad tornado that hit Barrie was in 1985. If you don't count the EF2 that hit in 2021 or the EF2 that hit in 2014, yes, we had an F4 in 1985, May 31st, 1985, 8 fatalities and a ton of injuries. That was by far the worst tornado that Barrie has ever experienced in modern time. Who knows? Before humans were around, who knows? Who knows what happened in that area? But yeah. But Miss Harley Quinn saying, yeah, that tornado was wild. Yeah, for sure. Matthew Hutt says, thanks for coming on, Adam, Brennan, and mods. We appreciate you. You're very welcome. It's our pleasure. Kevin says, I'm just northeast of Essex, just heavy rain right now, and winds are light. Good. That is good. Tiffany's Melissa says he wants the company. Yeah, no, I don't mind that. I mean, if you need to go to bed, it's all good. It's all good. If you want to hang out for a bit and just see what's coming in from Michigan, there's that. I mean, okay. Supposedly this is nothing. If this was 5 p.m. and there was a strong environment here, I would not be happy with this signature. But the fact that it's the middle of the night and they're probably elevated higher up off the surface based on what Dr. Sills is saying, then that's, we're probably okay. Katie Vlog says, I'm new to this channel. What is the technology used to track this weather? It looks really interesting on those maps. This is actually software called Instant Weather Pro that we built. We actually built it for Dr. David Sills from originally from Environment Canada, and now he's the executive director of the Northern Tornadoes Project out of Western University. And if I take this, you can actually see the whole thing here. So, Katie, you can see the whole screen. So we're actually using Instant Weather Pro. It's pretty cool. We can swipe back and forth between rain and wind And that's how we can see, if there's a little bit of rotation, we can actually see a little bit of minor rotation right here near Woodsley. And Some Weather Pro is pretty awesome. We can tilt the screen if we want, which is pretty fancy. It's the fastest loading radar for all Canadian radars, and blazingly fast for US radars as well too. And we continue to improve it, and it's been a pretty wild ride developing it. It's been a lot of fun. So if you'd like to subscribe to it, you can do so at instantweatherpro.com. It actually is a website, so it will work on almost anything. But we are adding it to our app. It is all of that development is done. It is coming to our app, Instant Weather. So you'll be able to, if you subscribe via the website, you'll be able to use it on the app for free. And vice versa. If you subscribe through the app, then you'll be able to use it on the website for free. But if you subscribe through our website, then it will be less expensive because we have to charge the fee that Apple charges us. So I think through the app, it'll be $109. I think about $109 per year. But through the what did I do? Hold on, I held down that button too many times. But through the website, it's $99 for the year. So you'll save $10 a year if you do it through the website. And again, if you do it through the website, then you can still get access to the app version. What have I done? I held down that button too many times. What have I done? Okay, hold on a second here. I'm going to switch back over to Brennan's forecast for today, which I think still makes sense to the evening. All right, that still kind of made sense, didn't it? Didn't it? How do I close just this window? Okay. But yeah, that was the forecast for today. And it looks like we did have some isolated severe thunderstorm potential earlier today when we were live streaming. And now we are just watching what was a tornado warning at midnight. You don't see that every day. You definitely don't. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to continue to watch these storms. I think they're hopefully weakening here. Let's jump back to Some Weather Pro here 1 sec. So let's see if we can get rid of that polygon. I'm just going to hit refresh. Again, it's a website, so you just hit F5 and you refresh. So we're still watching this little bit of minor rotation down here near North Woodsley. Based on reports, folks are saying that's just rain, nothing too significant. This storm that wasn't a tornado warning is now over the water, thank goodness. This one that south of Chatham-Kent did have some rotation, now looks quite weak. And I think that might be the show, folks. I think that might be it. We could keep an eye on Woodstock. How's Woodstock doing? Woodstock's going to get some heavy rain, but it's nothing too significant. More of a risk of flooding than anything at this point in time. We're going to continue to watch this storm here in the deep southwest. We're not expecting much with that particular one, but I think it's about time. Should we play the song, Brennan? I think we should play the song. Jewel McDonald coming with the super chat. Thank you so very much. Is anything further coming from the Weatherverse thing? I think that was the name. My son is dying to use it to chase storms. Yes, it's now called Virtue Weather. We renamed it, rebranded it, registered the trademark on it and everything as well too. And yes, it is the whole subscription system for it is all complete. It's been quite a journey to get it finished, but it's pretty darn close. I would say maybe a month away, maybe less. We just have to add a few features. I think we're probably good to go with that. So it's been interesting. So Jordan says, before I go to bed, Adam, it's been a while since I've been in a stream. What are the purple squiggly shapes that have been added to the radar? Like the one by Toledo. Oh, those are, I forgot to mention those. Okay, so this is actually, IW Storm Risk. So let me zoom the screen in again here. So this actually shows you the tornado potential, the severe wind risk, the severe hail risk, and the overall total severe risk for every storm, which is quite useful. I say every storm. It goes all the way up to about Calgary. We're working on extending it further to the north, but it goes all the way up to about Calgary. a little bit north of Regina. It covers all of Ontario, covers all the U.S., and it covers parts of northern Mexico as well too. And yeah, and so yeah, it's a pretty cool system. It's nice to be able to see the different estimated, like the machine learning, quote unquote AI estimated risks for each storm based on historical data, the environment, the shape of the storm, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Snake Hunt says, "What is the app called?" It is called Instant Weather Pro, and you can get it. I'll put a little link on the screen here. You can get it at it's already on the screen. You can get it at instantweatherpro.com. Again, it's $99 for the year, which works out to, what does it work out to a month? Like $8 something, $8 something. I don't know, a month or whatever. We will be coming up with a monthly option for it, and that will be when we launch it via the app. There will be a monthly option for it. It already works in the app quite great, actually. I can show you right here. So when I launch our app, it immediately launches into Instant Weather Pro, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's a pretty useful thing. Immediately into Instant Weather Pro. Or you can have it launch into the regular app. So Sandra Schmidt, member for 9 months. Thank you so much for being a YouTube member. We really appreciate it. Snake Hunt says, appreciate it. No, it's all good. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Brody says, is Chatham fine? If so, I'm going to bed. I think it's about time. I think it's about time for us all to go to bed. That's right. We're all going to go to bed together. Wait, that sounds wrong. We're all going to go to sleep in our own beds, but together. You know what I mean? Brennan, it's 2 in the morning. I'm allowed. There's no children on this stream, are there? Other than us. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's about that time. Matthew says, haha. Yeah, but anyways, we're all going to go to bed together. Oh, Melissa has a good point. She says, before leaving, everyone watching, please make sure you click the like button for the live stream. It helps boost the algorithm and helps spread our channel to others, which in turn helps the Instant Weather team. Melissa, that is great words of advice. We sincerely appreciate it. Allison Baldwin said, still waiting on a response to why I'm not receiving alerts. So, Allison, did you email Teresa? So please email Teresa, help@instantweather.ca with your cell phone number, and we'll try to get back to you probably by tomorrow. But we'll definitely get back to you on that. Did you email? Let me know if you emailed, and we'll try to figure that out for you. It's all good. The email is help@instantweather.ca. And we'll make sure that you get your notifications all settled up. All good. Yeah, there we go. Anna says there are over 700 peeps on YouTube watching the stream, but there's only 300 likes. So smash that like button, everybody. I really appreciate it. That really does help the channel. If you could do that, that would be sincerely helpful. Oh, boy. But you know what we should do? We should play the song. I think we're gonna play it out. This is a song that I wrote and recorded, and it's basically about this exact situation. So we're gonna play that, and we're gonna end the live stream now. But hopefully everybody gets a wonderful sleep, or at least whatever hours you have left. I got to be up at like 7, so I'll get my 5 hours, and then maybe take a nap at some point in time later tomorrow or today. I guess it's today at this point. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone. Hope everybody stayed safe. Thank you, Brendan, for all your help.
Good night.
Good night, Brennan. Good night, everyone, and hopefully stay safe. I'm still going to be watching radar because I don't want any of these sneaky storms to kind of creep in from Michigan. They look pretty weak, though. This one looks pretty weak, and from what Dr. Sill says, these should be elevated up off the surface, so we should be okay. So no severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings left, and we'll be watching closely. We'll be watching closely to see. So before I go to bed, I'll be checking radar until I pass out. We'll see. But of course, Environment Canada is going to be on the desk all night as well. So if there are any notifications, they will send them out as well. And if you have our free app, you can always download our free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. It is free. Download it. Check it out. Thank you so much to all those who use it already. And there's some cool upgrades and improvements coming with it as well too. So very exciting stuff. So it should be good. But I'm going to play that song for you now. This is a song I wrote, and this is me performing it in the background here. And we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Storm has passed. The time is now to go to bed. see things are clearing out. Everything is gonna be okay, even when it's not. All storms pass eventually. Know you have a lot. You got me, you got mom, got all the things that you've become. Me, you got mom, got a loving home where you're from. You got me, you got mom. So love your family, you only get one. Only get one. Storm has passed. The time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. Storm is gone. Maybe it's not too long until you rest your head and get some sleep. Try to dream of something sweet. Ooh, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna sleep just fine tonight, tonight, tonight. You're gonna sleep just fine. Tonight, gonna sleep just fine.